I'm going to tell you a bit of a story. I'm going to take you back in time to 2003. It was an exciting time to be alive. Toonami was pumping out amazing episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Before my very eyes, Gohan had reached his potential that had been hinted at through the whole series. And the day came when, with the help of 16, he unlocked his true power and obliterated Cell.
Which begs the question of why did little Gohan in set 1 premiere of Panini DBZ stink like the worst ever personality of the set ever?
Or, like, why do I remember DBZ being younger? Well, no, probably DB. That's probably why I'm thinking of.
What?
I mean, Dragon Ball.
You watched? I have seen Precious Little Dragon Ball. You have the first one. I'm told it's amazing. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I remember watching scattered episodes here and there after
you know
school because my mom was a teacher, so that was the only time I got to see cable.
You know what gets me about the whole beginning of this whole thing? We're talking about old Dragon Ball. To me, one of the reasons Dragon Ball is not the most exciting show is it is Akira Toriyama at his jokiest. And
That's the best sometimes.
I can't stand the jokey side of Dragon Ball.
Those are the best. Those are like the best Super Sentais. Those are the best
It's
the
like
parody seasons of shows.
It's like why I hate, what the heck movie is it?
OVAs.
Battle of God so much? It was too jokey. It was Dragon Ball level jokey. It's like, no, please, get serious for like a second. Oh, the joke was to get serious for a second. I feel ripped off.
Still never seen that one.
Battle of Gods? It's fine. Okay. So we were in the process of describing the process that a world that was very different. In the olden days, Gohan was seen as a extraordinarily powerful character, and when it came to the card game, we always thought that, boy, I bet you that level 3 or 4 Gohan from All Score Z was going to be phenomenal. It was okay. My memories of it are not being in too many tournaments. I saw a lot of people play, got to level 1 or 2, and that's about it. So when Premiere came around, from Panini DBZ, we all had this lingering thought that who was the bottom of the entire MP stacks? Level 1 Gohan.
To be fair, level 1 Gohan was like, what, 6, 7, 8?
Oh, no, he was 4. Remember that one? He was only 5 at the beginning of the Frieza saga. Remember the joke from Team 4-Star? You get what I'm saying, Gohan? Still 5.
There we go.
So he was very small. But the big idea was, we always said, you would get stuck on level 1 Gohan on the Premier set stack, and you just did.
I think the best FU and the biggest haha moment for me playing Krillin and everything was that Gohan is locked out of every single thing that is 500.
Oh yeah, the biggest middle finger.
The biggest.
Can you believe that?
And like it could have been 500,001, and it still would have been the best.
I'm starting to think the reason they did that is that eventually there'll be Gohans that are too strong.
Well, because you could still mix the Gohans.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Eventually he'll be too high a level in order for that to make sense.
Well, to be fair too, he was stronger than Krillin, and Krillin was right at 500,000.
So
that was the whole reason.
If the logic holds, then Gohan ought to be above 500,000. And that's where we ended up. So the big idea was Gohan got the short end of the stick virtually in every department. He was not effective till level 3 or 4, and even then, you're probably dead by then.
Actually, no. If you got to level 4 in the Namekian, Special, you won.
We're just saying in every other style. Like we have a friend who played Red Style Gohan, and that was his baby for a long time, and he could never get it to go.
It got a Rampage kind of to work. I think it would work better now with all the new stuff coming out. Actually, that's where Gohan's going now, but I'll get to that in a little bit once we hit his stuff. But.
Well, then they finally threw us a bone in Vengeance and gave us an alternate level 1, which was incredibly effective, actually. If you time it correctly, you can get off of level 1 virtually every time. And that was the problem with level 1 Gohan. It was just you're just going to keep stomping me until...
Well, it wasn't even that. His power stages were so underwhelming compared to everything else. I think Nappa even out-power staged him.
Well,
and Nappa was stuck in B.
Is it thematically correct? Yes. Balance-wise, doo-doo. So, at this point, we're saying we had an okay level 1 with Vengeance, and then we said everything else, all of the levels were either so-so or didn't see enough play for it to be very effective. So that brings us to why we were anticipating Awakening so very much. Awakening was going to be the first time we saw the appearance of the most powerful version of Gohan. And we were saying, what could they possibly do? What would level 3 and 4 Gohan do when he's level 2 ascended Super Saiyan? What magical stuff was going to happen? I'm not disappointed, but they did do something different than what I wanted. Anybody else?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think
expecting other
anyone
stuff
really
from this?
saw this coming. And that's obviously his
Because I would say, I wonder how John would feel about it. John's not he doesn't go out of his zone to play certain characters, which I don't either. I'm one to talk. But if he was playing Gohan,
I played Nappa for a long time. I don't get anywhere near to talk any of you guys.
I don't know. Have you been playing Nappa since 2003? Do I have been playing Piccolo since 2003 to present, continuously?
I said I wouldn't play the game unless if I got a Piccolo in the one starter deck that I got. Guess what I got?
Was it Nappa?
No, starter deck.
Oh, starter deck. I thought you were going to say your first
No.
personality.
No.
So we're just talking about this personality, saying Adept Gohan is still extraordinarily powerful, but went in a radically different direction. And I'm not going to say we don't understand it, but I am going to say it's a little different. So he has a continuous power and a regular power. So continuous is your attacks are considered styled. Whenever an ally you control is banished, raise your anger one level. So thematically, Gohan is pushed forward to level to transform through allies leaving the game. Thematically correct. Here's this funny thing, though. What do you guys think of the concept, of Gohan being not traditionally, but between Premier Set and including Vengeance, he's an ally deck, and now he's like, I kill my own allies.
Well, he's not that he kills his own allies. Well, I mean, kind of. He can. I think they made that more or less to go kind of with the blue tag, because a lot of the blue stuff is like, oh, you may banish an ally to gain anger, so then you gain 2 anger.
So theoretically, he should fit well into blue with the ally builds that push allies in and out
Yep.
of the play.
Yep. And if anything, it's more or less of it's not him throwing them away. It's more or less of them throwing themselves in the way.
Well, I guess that's a neat way to put it. I shouldn't think of them as like, oh, oops, I killed him. It's more like, no, don't jump in the way. Oh, he got banished.
No, it's more like why can't you dodge?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna go with why won't you die from Austin Powers with the lady who just won't die. It's just a funny one where a lady keeps getting shot and stabbed and stuff, and he uses her as a human shield, and he's just like, why won't you die? Because she's gotten shot and stabbed a lot. It's funny. It's good moments. Okay, anyway, so he just has a standard
Or the
physical
steamroller as it's slowly rolling. Stop! Get out of the
That guy,
way!
he gave like 1,000% on his scream. I can't say enough about that. He went full eyes dilated, wide mouth screaming, "Ah!" and he never moved. He just stood in front of the steamroller.
You know, that could be what this is. It's Gohan going, get out of the way!
And every ally's just, ah! And they just never stop. So a couple of other things. He hit 700,000 on level 1, so he's going to have a pretty effective AT. Even if you never wanted to leave level 1, this is fine. All of his
that
major...
might be E. That's E, actually.
oh, yeah.
Because over 500.
Because if you think about it, like he has enough AT to be able to still do damage. He has his ability, the whole continuous that makes your styled attacks, all your attacks become styled. And he has his major mechanic of banishing allies already in play. You don't have to leave level 1 if you really don't want to.
No, and I could actually see this going in a couple different decks in a couple different ways. Actually, he's going to leave level 1 so much easier, if anything, because of the fact that, think about how many non-style cards there are that give you anger or stuff like that, or they even just do that. You will now have blue, orange, black, whatever, Gohan's Power Punch.
That will be sweet. Dang. I will enjoy that very much. What we're saying is the theme of Gohan is, of course, centered on allies, physical damage, and raising anger, and it's all present on level 1. Everything that goes on from here, I would say, has to probably just
Icing on
vary
the cake.
this theme
Yep.
a little bit. We're already set about what he does. So moving on to level 2, Gohan Unlocked. Neat little idea. Wouldn't have made sense back in the old days. When you play games a lot, the concept of unlocked means something very different. Like, I have attained it. I hit that achievement. That's kind of neat. Little dig there to
Well,
us.
the whole point is he's unlocked the ability to either raise or lower his MP level. Now, this is something that we haven't seen. Well, we've seen a couple different times, but we haven't seen it on a level 2.
Oh, okay. So if you were the kind of person who wanted to camp a certain level, maybe you're tired of advancing quickly, or you have some kind of other plan, his continuous is right up your alley. It says your attacks are considered styled, which is a great theme. We'll discuss that shortly. Whenever your MP would advance a level, you may lower your MP one level instead. It's a neat idea. If you want to camp level 2, you have the power to do so. It means if you wanted to build the biggest drill loadout in the world and never advance and never
No,
advance,
actually, no. You are either going to go up to level 3 or you're going to go back to level 1. That is
think
what
so?
this ability says. Yes.
Oh, it's like what's the Goku's level 2 from Premier Set?
Yes.
I guess. So to me, minimally effective power. You'd have to have some other build in mind that I don't.
No, if you're going for a straight up anger gain and you can do it really quick, really fast and whatnot, you could kind of camp level 2 in that regard. You just go back down to level 1, build right back up to 2, or hey, look, I'm playing blue and I'm just going to dominance back up to level 2 right after leaving.
I guess that's a thing.
But you
keep
can always
doing that.
dominance back down to 2. So I mean, it is.
Well,
Either
perhaps
way.
there's a mechanic coming up with certain cards that we don't know of yet about changing levels in combat, because you would think, oh, this is natural for red. Red can keep advancing back down, drawing a card, and keep an assault going. But enraged is gone, so what's that going to be? But it's going to be interesting. I'm sure there's something more tactical to it that maybe I don't understand yet. Power's real straightforward too. It's reminiscent of Cell's powers. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Power. Discard a card from your hand to search your life deck for a styled attack or defense card and place it in your hand.
Well, remember, all your attacks are considered to be styled. So I'm going to search out my name card.
Oh, I didn't think about that. He cheats. He is the ability.
He cheats. He grabs the thing that gives him +2 anger, and if he levels off of it, if he advances a level, that's
He
the
becomes
kicker.
unstoppable.
But it does become unstoppable.
Well,
And the fact
I know,
that he's
right?
already almost in F.
Well, that
at max
and
stages.
if you've built the deck correctly and say you're insane rampaging, this isn't hard to get off a level 2.
No.
You just throw two anger attacks and you're already done. And you get to search for one of them.
Well, actually, if you throw two anger attacks, you are there before the second one even hits, because with the
Oh,
first one
yeah, I
hits,
forgot.
you still gain an anger.
Oh yeah.
But there are very many 2 anger attacks in Saiyan. They're usually 1 anger. So, but like I said, non-styled attacks, there are quite a few that give you anger. So, I can throw a dev blow, and I can gain 2 anger. Well, I can gain an anger, potentially gain a second anger, and lower your anger 2.
So he's not a bad fit for Saiyan. I will say though that this ability to simply make your deck a toolbox, like draw a
And
deck
actually,
card.
after that, you would pretty much be there.
And this is
Yeah.
the hardest thing to be. We talk about a limiting factor, talk about a built-in limiting. You guys notice that it says discard a card, right? It doesn't say anything about a styled or non-styled. It gives no specifics. You can ditch dead cards like drills and Dragon
Yep.
Balls and still be grabbing something good.
Yep.
That is brutal. Oh, I can fix a bad hand every time.
Yep, and that's why you kind of can see why the lure to drop back down to level 1 might be a thing. Especially if you drop back down to the old level, to the Vengeance level 1, and you have 3 allies, just to shoot right back up.
Egads. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is what balances out. This power is actually so powerful that I'm glad it's not a continuous or parenthetical. The fact that it consumes an action is vitally important to balance for this card.
Yes.
If you would, without that, I'd be like, why is this not a level 3 or level 4 power? It breaks the game if you do that. So very powerful, very tactical. Maybe not what I expected, but still very good. Okay, we're at level 3 Gohan Unassuming. We've had this discussion, James, about it. This artwork doesn't exist. Even though it's right in front of you, it doesn't not exist.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how we said that there was no point at which Gohan ever quite had all this on at the same time? Where we said...
Yeah, he does. Right when it officially materializes on him.
Well, no, he's already not wearing the cape. He took that off as soon as the fight started.
No, I know. I'm not talking about in the fight. I'm talking about like when he first makes the clothes for him.
Oh, no, we're saying that what appears to be level 2 hair on him, it did never happen at the same time as the cape.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not complaining. We're just saying, it's not real. None of this is real.
The fact that he has 2 in F.
Two stages in F. Man, that's awesome. You could shoot a tiny energy attack and just like that didn't faze me at all. Okay, so he has a continuous power. Power up rating of 5. Your attacks are considered styled, which is awesome, and deal plus 2 stages of damage. If you're a physical stage pressure deck, this is going to be awesome. Who needs drills? Drills are for the weak, which is a real card in the old Score Z game. It's actually called Drills are for the weak. It banishes all drills.
Nice.
So, physical attack, it's a power. You may banish a setup drill or ally, and the damage is 4 stages, which we know is actually 6. So, here's an interesting thing, you guys. He is now mimicking Broly. Last level he mimicked Cell, now he's mimicking Broly. Broly can knock everything out of play, one thing at a time, but he could clear a board.
Well, you know who else could?
Who's that?
Nappa.
He did, I thought he only did allies.
His level 3 did drills and allies.
I did not know that. I feel like I should know that. But I don't run drills or allies, so I guess I would never know that.
Yeah. And he did 7 stages.
So what we're saying is, once Gohan's hit level 3, he's going to start picking apart any plan you throw at him.
To a degree.
Yeah,
I think you're going to find out that a lot more decks have a lot more synergy now that do rely on allies, drills, or setups.
It's a thing you're going to start being prepared for.
Yeah.
Because, if you guys don't, I guarantee you the day's coming where you're going to be like, how many Cell Juniors are in play? All of them? Do you remember the Cell Junior main personnel? Did you read it?
Yeah, you can have the 3 of
He
each.
can have 3 of each ally. So you can have 9 potential Cell Juniors running
And at
around.
that point, you just level up to level 3 Broly, and then you force them to level up. And
Watch
you just
them.
laugh.
And they're dead. And dead.
And done.
So
Or Nappa.
we're saying that they wanted you to be prepared.
Or Nappa.
They're saying that,
Same
you got to be
menace.
prepared, and they did a good job. It's fine.
Oh, and the best part about those little allies, they can't gain stages.
Yeah, you read that out there? They cannot be in stages. They're
No,
where they're at
I forgot about
forever.
that.
So, menace,
No!
menace.
Oh, saying smack, I accidentally killed him. Oops, I killed
Oh
him.
no, I backhanded him to death. Oh, it's even worse. You're just like, everyone lose 2, okay, now, I hit, now everyone lose 4, you're dead.
Oh my.
Let me finish it up with the same menace.
So you just better have a plan, is what we're saying.
Just piss on
And
you.
then Gohan's good for this. You can take apart really big plans, say something's keeping him from attacking, something's causing a problem. Nope.
Keeps off AT, just
Amazing.
doing his thing.
So a very competent but not broken
Thwarting your
ability.
plans.
Thwarting your plans? Thwarting the plans?
Thwarting your plans.
Okay.
And there's 3 stages in
And we're-
F.
Good gosh. So level 4 Gohan, undeniable. And so is anybody going to make the joke? Or do I need to make the joke?
Good.
All right. And this level of Gohan, he will not be denied. He is going for the gold, reaching for the... Well, no, you guys wouldn't know that one. You guys know the TLC match, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs? I'm just thinking about some... No. I'm thinking of Money in the Bank going for the briefcase. Let's go on. He can go all the way. He is undeniable. He is going for the
And
briefcase.
Nappa just hit him with the ladder for 10 stages. He's down. And he's dead.
The ladder for 10 stages.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on James' back, tattooed in Old English. The ladder for 10 stages. We're just saying we enjoyed this name.
How many rungs are in it?
Oh, you mean Nappa gets to say, and then I'm gonna climb this ladder, Gohan, rung by dang rung. Be good times. Why does wrestling?
And I
and
am coming for you.
Why does wrestling and Dragon Ball go so naturally together? I don't get it. Is it the posturing? Is it all that stuff? I don't know.
No, it's the fact that they're both competitions of sport.
I guess. Okay,
Martial
now,
arts
we
and
were having a
wrestling.
legitimate discussion somewhere, I'm sure. So he has 3 levels in F, which means that he's gonna hit you as hard as you can be hit for longer than most. I remember all my characters. I hit F on 1 or 2 tops, even on level 4. So yeah, I'm unaccustomed. So he has continuous power. Your attacks are considered styled. Your physical attacks can only be stopped by physical combat cards. Your energy attacks can only be stopped by energy combat cards. All right. What card is it that says it starts matching up? Is it Energized Strike that requires you to match up your blocks? No. What card is the one that says you have to block with the appropriate? No, there's just a handful of cards that mention it. Since there's no concept of focused attacks anymore, that went with the score. They just have cards that define what can stop them.
Yep.
So
some of them say the only energy attacks. There's that Namekian card that's like it can only be stopped by
Handburst. I
Yep,
think is what it is.
Handburst. Then we have freezing drill. That's just like nope. You can only use combat.
Okay, so that's the
Energy
trick.
or physical combat.
So he has a
cards.
built-in freezing drill. So that's an interesting concept. We're really seeing a sort of a consistent drills incorporated into characters now. What were previously only available as drills are now part of personality powers. So that's kind of interesting. So he basically requires your opponent to match them correctly. So, like if you're me and throwing like random blocks, like
or events.
Yeah, event-related blocks, I just get pooped on.
I pooped on someone earlier today because they had a time in their hand and I knew it. So the first thing I did was play freezing drill.
Nice. What the heck were you playing cards today?
Earlier, Mikey came over for a little bit while the sauce was going.
That is the. You know what? I shall go no further into said discussion.
Yes. It was eggplant parmesan, so tomato sauce.
Good. That's what we call it. John's not going to make it. He's fading.
Good.
So he has a power.
Get this man a Whopper.
That would be good. A Whopper right about now? Fresh one? Big old fries? Okay, darn it.
I'm not gonna hear an argument from me. That sounds like damn good.
So the next attack you perform in this combat has its power stage cost reduced to 0 and its damage cannot be prevented. Okay, we're going to talk about what the heck is this about. To me, it is a thematic power because it's talking about Gohan's Super Kamehameha against Cell. It has a name, I just don't know what it is.
Well, that's also they're trying to make it be like, hey, he's a he is a energy attacker, and they're trying to make it that way because there's a lot of energy attacks out there that are non-styled. Some that are really, really good. And they give you a lot of anger, too. I mean, you could do, especially with the Rampage, you could do, what is it called? Energized Strike? Or what was it? It's the one with Ginyu on it. And it gives you 3 anger, but it costs like 3. Yeah, and
it does 2
or
anger
2
for
anger
3
for 3 stages. Yeah. So you can play that and still get like 3 anger off of the mastery if it hits.
Well, I'm going to say, what's the deal? Why do I like it so much? All right, let's say for the sake of argument, I don't know how it would happen, but let's say somebody beat you down.
Or, what was it? Elbow blow.
Which one?
Elbow blow. Saying elbow, or elbow drop. There you go.
Oh, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
So here's what I would tell you about what am I seeing here. The first thing is the point of making his attacks are styled, and then they must be matched to the correct type of physical or energy combat card to stop them. So what's the point of that? This is when Gohan was hitting Cell with the Super Kamehameha, and you say, what does that mean? I'm saying he's going to shoot through most defenses, and that's the point. Other than saying this is unstoppable, this is as close as you can make it to unstoppable. By simply limiting how your opponent may defend them. Next, the whole point of doing the hold on, this is going to cost 0 power stages, so I guarantee the next hit I'm going to throw at you I'm going to be able to do it. And that's a big idea. 0 power stages, you could have a big giant energy attack to blast them with, and it could be a game ender as it cannot be prevented.
That crushing beam.
That'd be fine.
That crushing beam for 6, it can't be prevented, it costs nothing,
And guess what? You better have an energy combat card just so you're stopping it, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to get shot wide open here.
Yep. Now that was the other thing we were talking about, because me and Angela were talking, like, decks are going to go back to hybrid. They're going to go to this cool little hybrid.
Agreed.
There's going to be some that are going to be like one or the other, but it's going to kind of be like a mixed grab bag, and I think that's going to be kind of interesting.
Boy, do I appreciate that. Because John wasn't playing back then, but there was a time in which Dragon Ball had gotten fully to energy beats only immediately prior to last year's regional. And then for whatever reason, when a new set launches, everything goes physical physical beatdown.
No.
I don't know why that is.
They it didn't really happen with Perfection. It didn't really happen with us. The reason why it happened with Vengeance was because of Brawly.
Yeah,
That was
he
the reason.
did.
That was the
Well,
reason.
that's true,
why.
because aren't most coolers hybrids as well as 13?
Most coolers are hybrids.
13's slightly more
13's
physical
kind of
based.
He
because he has
is
physical attacks.
more physical, but
Does he
But
have
you have a
does
lot of
use
the
energy.
allies' energy attacks. Yeah.
Well, let's just say
And
he's
then
not.
one of his named cards is an energy attack, but
Yeah.
it lets you go grab another android card.
And it might be the only energy in your deck sometimes.
Yeah.
But doesn't it do stage damage
They
anyway?
only, it's 4 stages, but if it hits, it shuts
Well,
off.
yeah, and even with Brawly,
You know,
Razor
it's-
Cannon is sometimes the only, like that's the only one of 2 energy attacks in my deck.
Yeah. And the only other energy attacks that I
So that is
run
my
are
energy attack.
ally cards, but they're probably not going to be around anymore. So
So we're gonna start making room.
Lunar Ray and Overpowering.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be good replacements. So far, I've seen that they took it seriously about
That
replacing the set
one that goes and grabs him from your life deck, and then or Banish Zone. What was it called? I'll think of it. Clash. It might
It's
be.
Clash. It's with Piccolo and
Yeah,
17
or,
fighting. If your opponent banished an
Yeah.
ally in their last phase.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can't be.
Hey,
stopped.
I just realized
Can't
something.
be
It
prevented.
does 4, and then if they do that,
Yeah.
it's +4. Yeah, I already run
You guys,
those.
you just realized something, right? If you think about it for like a second, did we not just spend all this time describing how Gohan blows up allies and pushes them out of the game, banishes them? Clash I always thought was kind of useless. Now it's great! Fight Gohan and your allies keep getting banished, and it turns out, oh yeah, this is going to see 2 or 3
Broly
shots a
too.
game.
Yeah, Broly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broly.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
But that's each of the ally grabbing attacks. They grab from different places.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That's why they're so good. So you'll go to Sobering.
That's the only
But-
reason that we run Lunar Ray is to be
You-
able to get them out of the
you need
discard pile. That's the
discard.
only one that can get them out of the discard pile.
Besides Empowered.
Yeah.
Well, that's on its way out. I didn't.
Yeah. So Sobering Hammer.
They really. Yeah, that's probably where
Yeah,
you're
so
going.
right here we'll
Yeah,
probably have to
probably
get
where
back
you're
in.
going. Unbelievable. So yeah, we're saying that Gohan can do a lot of kill shots. He basically sets you up for 1 kill shot of combat or 2
Mhm.
perhaps, and that's his main thing. Is he just waits to line it up and will eventually
Yeah.
wear you down and kill you. So we
And that-
appreciate that.
That's something else that could make people hold on to a block because they know that one's coming. If you're level 4, they know that's coming,
Oh yeah.
and you're only going to throw that to throw an energy next.
Yep. And
Sometimes
that's what it is.
until you do that elbow roll. That you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to pay 1 to use it again.
No,
Okay.
no.
So
Yeah, that's true.
pay nothing to use it. Yeah. Boom.
Oh, I feel it's gonna be a good one.
So there are some stuff like that.
So the overall verdict is that we like the new Gohan. He's perfectly playable. He's fine. He's not broken at all. People might imagine his abilities are too strong.
Oh, I think he will be broken because the thing that we're not looking at right now, we're just looking at the MP stack.
Oh, I get you. With in mind just the
The
MPs.
name cards are what's going to make him broken. Because
Oh,
Gohan's
hey,
Empowered
we need to
Blast.
actually discuss that. We're now going to move on to the Gohan named cards. Some of them are a little too powerful. Oh, hold
Well,
on.
and then remember, nope, that was Gohan.
There's only the one Gohan named card.
Yep, because he still has 2
Actually, I
more.
forgot. What?
Yep.
What?
Because remember, he still has his original 2.
Oh, okay. I thought there was
Because
2
he
more.
still has
coming.
Masenko, which is still going to be
no.
stupid good.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
Gohan's
yeah.
Power Punch is just
Because
going to
it's
be
style.
broken as hell because it's AT plus 5 plus 2 anger.
Dang.
3rd one if it hits, if you do the right mastery.
So Gohan's Backlash. Does anybody need me to go over what card this used to be? Does anybody remember? It was in the old set. It was a non-style card called Cosmic Backlash. Favorite card in the whole world. It said physical attack. Your opponent draws 5 cards. If this attack is successful, you win the game. If they don't draw a block, you kill them. You know who I would just love playing it? Like, hey Ryan, how long before I draw this card and kill you accidentally because you refuse to run blocks like a normal person? So that's the card it used to be. So keeping in mind that it was a game winner prior, literal game winner. So let's see, what does it do now? Physical attack. You may banish an ally. Damage, AT life card. So you cannot win by MPPV until the start of your next turn. Advance your main personality up to 2 levels. At the end of combat, advance or lower your main personality to level 2. It's a momentary jump up to an extraordinarily high level. He has his own named Unleashed. I didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
He has a named Unleashed in his deck. Okay, you got me.
Oh.
It is broken.
And the thing is, he'll always go back down to his level 2, which he can then discard to search out another backlash. So you're going to be saving that physical block or something for that attack.
Maybe the biggest hit effect in the history of the world.
I wouldn't say quite that, but it's still a pretty good one. Still a pretty hefty little bop on the head.
And it'd be really easy to run
But
three
if
of
you
these.
really are running an MP PV deck, you're not going to run it.
No. But I would say Beatdown's going to be...
Oh yeah, definitely.
Common enough.
Beatdown's going to be a thing, and it's going to be prevalent. It's going to be there. So.
Well, it's a very worthy card, and because Score is not Panini, they were fine with not making an instant win card. It will be close to that. Advancing multiple levels, getting up to that level 4, getting all that stage damage from AT, and leaving for just one turn. Crucial time, early game, you can get some monster damage on your opponent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with some of these new personalities, because new masteries, because these new masteries are kind of going off of advancing and stuff like that.
So yeah, we would say that coupled with it, leveling is going to be relatively simple with Gohan's Backlash. You might even build a deck where it becomes not your primary, but one of your most go-to leveling mechanics.
It's kind of funny. He went from the one who's had the hardest time of leveling to the one who's just gonna be like, I don't know where I am now.
I think that's where we're going. Where I'm going to level. What was it? I'm going to power up now. That one, Trunks keeps doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to power up now. Really good sell. No, it's good times. I've also, to finish this little segment off, the people are debating online, and I always thought it was a non-issue, but people apparently think it's interesting. What are the bets for what Team 4 Star is going to do when they get to the Cell Saga about is Gohan kicking Cell Juniors in half, yelling, "Gohan, strongest there is"? Is that going to happen? Are we going to get to see that finally?
I don't know. He definitely loses himself a little bit when he goes Super Saiyan. So who knows?
Well, I thought they've been planting the seed from the beginning. Remember that one? Is that dream again? The one where you keep seeing Cell and he has my face? I love you, sir. Oh gosh. So I would like to see that happen. I want to see Gohan become monosyllabic version of himself, talking like the Hulk, beating people up because he thinks the Cell Juniors look like Goku. That'd be fun. I'd laugh. All right. We appreciate your time staying with us through this silly one. This was actually kind of a longish day of talking about Dragon Ball, and we appreciate your patience. We'll be back with more videos.